Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. So before we get into the episode, um, I want to talk a little bit about the actress that plays Quinn. Why did she leave? And you know what? I understood why she left. They actually told her, "We don't know what to do with your character right now. Do you mind just sticking around for a little bit?" What are you, nuts? She's been on this show for about 9 something years. So when she said, "I deserve better than that," I 100% agree. How do you write this character, have her show up, do all the stuff that she needs to be doing, and then say, when her contract is almost up, "Oh, yeah, we don't really have anything going for you right now. I just kind of just hang out in the back for a little bit. We'll come up with something for you." Really? Really? That's what you got for her? So she was like, "You know what? I'm good. My contract's gonna be up. I'm just gonna be out. I'm not. We don't have anything for you right now." I still, even reading those sentences, my eyes are just like, you I mean, Christ, if that was their attitude towards her, it makes me think just how. And granted, I don't know if those are the same writers that write for Young and the Restless, but I'm just like, if they are the same studio and everything like that, I can understand why Young and the Restless is the way it is. Because that's insane. I mean, hell, I watched it yesterday and I was just like, there was so many parts that they could have cut, and it. I don't want to say it would have been a better show, but like, you wouldn't really miss that much. But it also explains the issues that I have with the show. If that's their attitude towards the actress that plays Quinn, well, it starts to make sense about why sometimes the show just feels like on repeat. But getting into this episode, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the way that Douglas is doing things. I mean, the way that Thomas is doing things. I don't. Um, apparently Douglas is supposed to be there back at the house a while ago. And, you got, I think Liam, or was it Liam or Brooke was like, it seems like he's just never going to return him back home. And this is something that he agreed on. He agreed on, then he delayed, then he hung up the phone to her. It was like, bro, what are you doing? I don't like when people play games like that, especially when it comes to our children. You made an agreement, you stick with it. I get it, he's having a loads of fun and everything like that, but you know, it's not like you're not gonna see him again. She's not stopping you from spending time with him. But what he's been doing, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I know some people is like, "Oh, well, that's his, Douglas is his son, and is his no, Douglas is his biological son," and it's like, I don't care. What's right is right. That's not something that you do. Brooke, oh, this woman's mouth. She's almost as bad as Steffi. You know, she's sitting there talking about, "Oh, well, Douglas needs to be here a long time ago, and you're not gonna let him get away with this, that, and the third." And I'm like, Brooke, that is her son, not yours. Stop saying things like, "You're not gonna let him get away with it, are you?" What do you want her to do? March up in the house, grab Douglas by the collar and just drag him on out? Like, what do you want? What do you want her to do? It's not like she doesn't look like she's worried or anxious or just thinking of 100 different things that's going on in her head. She's already worried. Having Brooke there and just going on and on and on about how Thomas isn't ready and this, that, and the third, you're not helping her. You're not helping the situation at all. Neither Brooke or Taylor or Steffi or Liam is really doing a service. You know what? I would sit there and say Liam is probably the most chilled outside, you know what I'm saying? Like, between everyone else, between Steffi and Taylor and everyone else. He seems like he's the most chill. Now, granted, he has his reservations just about Hope being in the same room as him. Because apparently this dude was, sit there and say not all together is, is putting it lightly. Putting it lightly. He also doesn't want to sit there and pressure Hope or anything like that. He wants to sit there and trust, he wants to trust Hope that Hope is going to make the right decisions, the right play when it comes towards this whole custody thing. And for the most part, he is giving Thomas the benefit of the doubt. Like, he has worked on himself. He's a lot better than he was before. Brooke, on the other hand, is just constantly dumping everything that he's did. Oh, he was crazy. He did this. He did that. He did this. Brooke, I feel like I would need a whole notebook just to describe all the things that you've done over the years. I would need a whole notebook. I feel like I would need a whole notebook. I'm just saying. I feel like I would. Now, Thomas. No, one of the things that Liam said was that, he doesn't want Thomas to take advantage of Hope's kind heart. And, Thomas is not there with Eric and Taylor and Douglas. I think Douglas left or something like that. I don't remember. And he's like, I think I can get Hope. I think I could convince Hope to keep Douglas full time. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, to be fair, now that Thomas is in a better place, I don't know if I should, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel that, Douglas should be with Hope full time and Thomas just being able to see him whenever, But unfortunately, that's not how custody cases and things like that just happens. Like in a perfect world, they should just live together. Okay? They should just live together for the sake of the child, just find a middle ground, and this way he can sit there and be with both his parents and they can just do it like that. Of course, on the same note, I'm not a fan of parents staying together for the sake of their children. Because children are smart. They pick up on things. Tension and, them arguing. Even if they're arguing in another room and they're trying to keep quiet, they're going to know. They're going to find out. Okay? And it's just not a good environment. And it teaches, there's times that it plays a very negative impact on their future relationships and how they deal with being in a relationship with someone and custody of their own children. So that stuff does follow with them. Honestly, to tell you the truth, there's I know it's kind of getting a little philosophical, but there's really no right answer, I can see it from Thomas' point of view. I can see it from Hope's point of view. Hope decides she wants to sit there and take a surprise visit over there. I mean, Douglas did sit there and say, "Hey, why don't you come over and see how Thomas is, seeing how, seeing how Douglas is doing." I don't know why. I feel like Thomas' name should be Douglas, but he did invite her over just to sit there and see the progress. So she's like, "All right, I'm gonna sit there and make a surprise visit." I'm like, I don't know about a surprise visit. I'm not really a fan of those, but okay, boo. If it helps calm your nerves, do that. She goes over there, um, and she talks to Thomas, and she sees Douglas, and he's happy. He's over the moon. He's thanking Hope for letting him stay a little bit longer. Thomas is smiling, and I feel like his plan is going to work, or his plan may be close to working. His plan probably won't work. What am I saying? Because you're going to have Hope. I mean, you're going to have Brooke that's going to instigate. You're going to have. You know what? I can't sit there and say Liam will sit there and do the same thing. Because again, Liam has been the most chill in this whole situation. Now, Lee and Finn, I felt like they just kept recycling the same dialogue for 18 minutes straight. They talked about Sheila. Lee talked about how bad Sheila was. Finn talked about how he wished things could have been better. That was pretty much the gist of their conversation. Oh, and I guess Lee tried to make a joke. And then she was like, "Oh, I see. Now you know where you get your sense of humor from." I'm like, God, I hope she does. I'm like, I hope he doesn't get his sense of humor from her. Don't get me wrong, I like Lee, but Lee is Lee. I don't know. I don't know about that woman. A lot of times she just has the quote unquote. You know what? I don't even want to sit there and say for the sake of getting this video demonetized, but resting XXX face. Um, of course, while they're hanging out at the diner, Deacon is trying to make sure that Sheila does not go out anywhere and get them both arrested. She was like, "No, it's fine. I got the mask. I'm good." And Deacon was like, "Don't get carried away. I was drunk." And Hope said that she recognized you, like you seem familiar. I don't know how, but for the sake of the plot, we're just gonna go with it. Um, but he's like, "Yo, don't get carried away. Don't leave. Don't do anything." She was like, "No, don't worry. I didn't just cut off my toe for no reason. I got this. I got this horse and everything like that." And Deacon phone was dead or whatever. And so he was like, "Listen, just don't do anything crazy." But I guess Deacon forgot his phone, and Sheila tried to give it to him, but he was already out the door. Now, Sheila, before Deacon left, was talking about Finn and how she wanted to see Finn all strong and up on his feet and this, that, and the third. And of course, Deacon was like, "Can you please do me a favor and stop living in whatever delusional fantasy land that you like to go to, because that's not going to happen for so many reasons." So yeah, he leaves, and of course Sheila does what Sheila does best, whatever she wants. Okay, and I sat there, and the minute that she tried to give back his phone and she looked, I was like, "Go on, Sheila, you want to do it. Put on the mask, going out there, be the bad girl that we all know and love." And of course, that's literally what she did. She wound up going to the restaurant. Deacon and Finn are catching up, and Finn just wants to thank Deacon for calling the cops, saving his life, Steffi's life, and everything like that. So they're chopping it up. And of course, Deacon sees Sheila in the mask, and he must have like 1,000 different curse words that's going on in his head. Um, So Finn is like, yo, what's going on? What's wrong with you? Turns around. Now, obviously, he's not going to recognize Sheila because, she's in the mask. Not going to recognize her. Like, all right, cool. And I think that's pretty much where it ends. I feel like that's about it. It's weird. I actually thought today was Friday for a hot minute. This episode was okay. It wasn't super great, but I feel like it was a middle of the road episode for B&B with a sprinkle of suspense. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's episode, and I feel like that's about it for the most part. I don't really think I forgot anything, or anything that's too pertinent to this episode. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.